right, greetings, peace, and love. I am Sister Alexis of Divine Notary and a Notary Wellness Mentor. I'm going to go over the requirements for Maryland fingerprinting. I know a lot of people have wanted to know how to do it. It hasn't been very easy, and I'm going to walk you through it. As soon as this comes on, let me flop it back. It requires a lot, so make sure you have pen and paper so you can jot this information down. So this letter comes from the private provider of fingerprinting service in the state of Maryland on behalf of the Maryland Department of Public Safety and Correction Services. The current basic requirements are: number one, you must be an existing business in good standing with the Maryland State Department of Assessments, occupying an acceptable commercial business location. Home-based businesses are not permitted. So you can't owe taxes and you cannot have a home business. Number two, you must have a minimum of 5 years experience conducting fingerprinting services. So if you if you don't have any experience with fingerprinting, you need to take a class, see if you can volunteer for someone, or you can work as a fingerprinting technician. The third one, and the business must meet minimum standards, including but not limited to, must have a separate reception waiting area. So even if you have a business, it must have a separate waiting area. Must have a separate private area where the customers can provide their personal identification, which is also identification information, which is also called PII. You must have an appropriate network live scan and information technology equipment and services acceptable to the Maryland Department of Public Safety and Corrections Services to comply with state and federal fingerprinting services requirements. So, no fingerprinting cards for Maryland. You have to have a live scan. You must have sufficient IT and networking experience and employ paid services to provide the initial installation, routine maintenance, day-to-day troubleshooting, relocation, and installation at any additional locations of all live scan facilities, secured tunnel devices, telephone, and other related IT equipment. So it could be your cousin, but your cousin needs to be certified in a legit business. You must post certifications and pricing clearly visible to the public as indicated by, the Department of Corrections and Public Safeties. You must allow access for inspections, auditing of the business and equipment by the Department of Public Safety and Corrections, auditors, employees, and agents. Greetings, good morning, grand rising. I'm never morning. All employees. Okay. So once you have your pricing and certifications listed, you must also, all employees of the business handling any fingerprinting data, IT equipment, and customer personal information must pass a background check. So everybody has to have a background check and pass it, not just have it. And everyone must have a background. We're clear about that. And where are we? Okay. The private provider is solely responsible for all costs and fees incurred, but not limited to the cost of initial purchase and updating all live scan networking and IT equipment that has expired or is out of its useful life. The provider must not create the impression that they are associated with or part of the central repository or any state agency. You also must maintain current valid agreements with the Department of Public Safety and Corrections. You must maintain a valid surety bond as well. You must maintain up-to-date maintenance contracts with live scan vendors providing for routine maintenance and updates of all related scans. You must submit all fees and payments in a timely manner as indicated. You must comply with all federal and state laws, regulations, policies, and procedures regarding fingerprinting, data collection, storage, transmission, and business operation within the state of Maryland. These laws and regulations are subject to change, and you still must stay in regulation. The provider must comply with all changes as they occur. Two more to go. You also must comply with any regulations by the Department of Public Safety and Corrections for the operations of your private business. The last one, additional requirements and specifics will be discussed and expanded on receipt of submission of your application. So once they get your application, if they feel like something else is required, they will go ahead and talk to you. So the biggest things that you need to know is that you must have an existing business in good standings and not owe taxes. And it must be a commercial location. No home-based businesses are allowed. 2, you must have a minimum 5 years experience conducting fingerprinting. Those are the biggest things, and you must be able to pass the background check. Okay, so for individuals who are wanting to know more information about how to become a fingerprinting business in the state of Maryland, those are the requirements. Those are the requirements to do so. All right, so thank you so much. Peace.